right, y'all. Rickey Smiley Morning Show is Wash Up Wednesday, but before we wash up, we got to go worship. Good morning. It's the best of the Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Oh, man.
Thank you,
I know you got a good word this morning. Good morning, Pastor Haynes.
Good morning, Ricky. Thank you for this. God is so good. I love this song because this song simply says to all of us that whenever you are going through, God is able to come through. It's good that God comes through when you're going through, because all of us go through something. We go through hell and high water. We go through adversity and attacks. We go through crises and sometimes calamities and catastrophe. All of us know what it's like to go through. Perhaps even right now you're going through. You're in a season of going through. As a matter of fact, our entire planet is in a season of going through a crisis. But isn't it good to know that whenever you are going through, we serve a God who can come through? And that's why this song, Thank You, Jesus, for blessing me, it's basically looks in the rear view mirror to see what God has already done. Every now and then, you ought to have a throwback praise where you look at what God has done in your past, because if you know what God has done in your past, you're ready to know that God is going to come through in your present. And when you're going through, the good news is God will come through. And when God comes through with protection. So when somebody tries to come for you, they've got to go through God to get to you. And God will make sure that God prepares a table before you in the presence of folk who don't even like you, because God comes through with protection. God comes through not just with protection, but with provision, and that God knows what you need when you need it. As a matter of fact, before you need it, God is already arranging to come through for you by touching the right person at the right time who's going to do the right thing for you, even if life is going wrong. That's some good news right there. God, when I'm going through, comes through with protection. God comes through with provision, but also God comes through with peace, and that God gives me peace in the midst of what I'm going through. And so I've got peace within me to overcome whatever I'm going through that is around me. Isn't it good to know that when you are going through, we serve a God who will come through? So God, you know who's listening today. I'm simply saying, come through. Do for them what they can't do for themselves. Come through. Open up the right door at just the right time. Come through, because whenever we are going through, we serve a God who will come through.
I know that's right. Pastor Haynes, I really appreciate that word this morning. We all appreciate you every morning. Let everybody know how you can be reached.
Hey, Ricky, love you so much. Hey, you can follow me on social media. I'm on Twitter and Instagram, FH Unscripted. I'm on Facebook, Frederick D. Haynes. Hey, check us out on our YouTube page, because God is good.
All the time. Hey, love you, Pastor Haynes.
Love you, Ricky.
Good morning. I'm Euro J. Rice with a check of your front page news. As coronavirus cases appear to be out of control in the southern and western parts of the U.S., the nation's top infectious disease doctor, Dr. Anthony Fauci, testified before a Senate committee yesterday saying we are headed in the wrong direction. Fauci said about 40,000 new cases are now being reported daily, but that can easily go up to 100,000 a day. Joe Biden blasted President Trump on how he's handling the response to the coronavirus pandemic and the news of Russians offering money to kill American troops in Afghanistan. Biden said that Trump appears to have given up on the virus and has betrayed U.S. troops. Well, the votes are tallied, and it was a disappointing defeat for Charles Booker of Kentucky, who lost the Democratic primary for the U.S. Senate by 2 percentage points, 45 to 43. Amy McGrath will now go on to face Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell in the November general election. 3 Colorado police officers are now under investigation for taking inappropriate photos at the memorial site for Elijah McClain. Those photos showed the officers reenacting the chokehold that was used on McClain that ultimately resulted in his death. And voters in Oklahoma voted to amend their state constitution in order to expand Medicaid for tens of thousands of low-income residents. Oklahoma was one of 14 states that didn't expand Medicaid under the Affordable Care Act. That vote prevents Republican lawmakers from rolling back coverage or making changes to the program. I'm Euro with your front page news. Coming up next, get to know the team a little bit better as we look back on them playing Two Truths and a Lie. You're listening to the best of the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your girl, the B to the R-A-T. Normally, you could catch me at the hot spot, but right now, we keeping you laughing with the best of the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Rickey Smiley Morning Show. All right, it's about that time to play
Two truths and a lie.
Two truths and a lie. Y'all ready? All right, so here we go. Two truths and a lie. Anybody want to play, you can call us right now, 866-9-RICKEY, 866-9-RICKEY. And thank everybody for listening this morning. We love you and we appreciate you and we just want to entertain you and make it fun for you. All right, Eva, let's get this party started.
Let's get it started. You want to start with me or want to start with you?
Let's get somebody on.
We can start. We can start. Huh?
Yeah, we got somebody on the phone, right?
We got somebody on the phone? All righty. Okay, so we're going to play a game, Two Truths and a Lie. I'm going to tell you 3 statements. Tell me which one is the lie. Number 1, my first job was at a grocery store cleaning fish heads. Number 2, I'm so allergic to roses that I have a sneezing fit if I am even in the same room with them. And number 3, as a freshman, I was the president of my debate and forensics team.
So who's
First of all, who we have on the phone?
Hey.
Good morning.
Stephanie.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, Stephanie. Good morning. Where you calling from?
I'm calling you from Henderson, North Carolina.
Okay, go ahead and read it again, Eva.
All right, Miss Stephanie, tell me which one is a lie. My first job was at a grocery store cleaning fish heads. I'm so allergic to roses that I have a sneezing fit when I am in the same room with them. And as a freshman, I was the president of my debate and forensics team.
I'm going to choose number 1. I just can't see you cleaning fish heads.
Girl, I used to clean them every single day.
Are you serious, Eva?
Yes. That's my first
Eva,
job.
are you serious?
Yep.
So the lie, which one was the lie?
The lie was I'm so allergic to roses that I have a sneezing fit when I'm in the room with them.
Oh man.
What?
Yeah.
So can't nobody even send you roses?
Well, that's the lie. You can send me all the roses you want to, Ricky. I love roses.
Okay, but you allergic to them though.
No, that's a lie.
That's a lie.
That's a
Oh,
lie.
that's a lie.
That's
I
the
know
lie.
what
The
you're
truth
allergic to.
is my first job was at a grocery store cleaning fish heads, and I was also the president of my debate and forensic society as a freshman.
At Clark.
At Clark Atlanta University, CAU.
Oh snap!
Yep.
Thank you so much. Calling from Atlanta, right?
North Carolina, Miss Stephanie.
Oh, North Carolina. Okay, who we got on the phone now? Hello.
It's still Stephanie, I believe.
Stay on with us.
It is.
Okay, so
Hold it down, Steph.
she got to do all 3 of us, Rick.
Oh, she do. Go ahead.
All right, so this is Rock T, Stephanie. I used to shine shoes and sweep hair in a barbershop before my radio career. I was a single father of 2 daughters for several years before getting married. When I was in college, I briefly dated one of my female professors. Which one is a lie?
What?
3. I hope.
You right. Yeah, you're right. I didn't get down like that.
Right. Right. Here we go. I got mine. I will not use public restrooms ever, and once got a hotel room just to use the bathroom. And then I was at an upscale restaurant on a date, and my debit card declined, and I had to call Gary with the T to come and pay the bill. And I'm a certified HVAC tech, and I know how to repair air conditioners. Which one is the lie?
Number 2.
Number 2?
Yeah.
That is the absolute truth. I went to Oceanair. I went to Oceanair with this beautiful FAMU, AKA, and my card declined. my card declined, and Gary had to come out there. And then he gonna come out. Then he gonna come out with the credit card. I said, sit your ass down and have a drink. Let's play it off.
Right.
Yeah, and then I will not use a public restroom ever. I had to this morning though. I ain't gonna lie about that. Today was the first day because I was sick this morning. I had to humble myself and get in that bathroom at 99 Jail. I had to get in there before Big Mac got it out. Cause Big Mac be blowing it up. So yeah, the lie is I do not know how to fix air conditioners. So.
Which we figured because you called it HVAC versus HVAC.
Well, that's what it said. It said you're supposed to say HVAC?
Yeah, but if you were a certified HVAC guy, you would have said I do HVACs.
Oh, snap. I see. I learn something every day. Hey, thank you so much for playing.
Thank you.
Thank you, Stephanie.
All right. She sound like one of them callers that be calling Pastor Kearney Thomas.
Right.
Hey, good morning, Pastor. My hand hurt. My leg hurt. All right, y'all. Rickey Smiley Morning Show. It's about that time. Battle of the Sexes. Who we got on the phone? Good morning.
Good morning. This is Stephanie from Philly.
All right, so we got
Stephanie from Philly. Hey, Stephanie, how you doing this morning?
Stephanie from Philadelphia. Stephanie, we just came on the radio there. You been enjoying the show so far?
I have. Listening to 100.3 R&B.
Turn up.
Man, we got Philly in the building versus Magic in Houston. What's your name, sir?
It's James Smith.
James Smith. All right, James.
Now look, Stephanie, you know we don't play about this battle of the sexes, okay? Philly in the building, we holding it down, and I need you to put one in there for the ladies, okay?
Let's go.
Yeah.
And Mr. James, I'm gonna let you go first. Are you ready?
Ready.
All right, let's do this. Start the clock. What is a baby sprinkle?
A baby's ass.
A color that women use that is dull and flat.
Golden flat. What?
A color that women use that is dull and flat.
Ass.
What water boils at what temperature?
What is it, Gator? Right.
What temperature does water boil at?
Get Mr. Thomas on.
That's what it sounds like.
Come on, James, you got it.
Hot.
Until it get hot. That's a good answer.
Yeah.
How many weeks is a full-term pregnancy?
A full term?
Yes.
I'm 12.
16 weeks?
Yeah.
It's an abortion.
YSL stands for what? YSL stands.
Excuse me?
Oh, Lord.
Where did y'all find him?
Don't do that to Mr. James in Houston. Mr.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
Stephanie.
What you say, Brett?
I done did my job.
All right, you ready? What's your name again, love?
Stephanie.
Stephanie, you ready?
Come on, girl.
All right, now, so what? Let's start the clock. Here we go. What branch of the military do the Blue Angels belong to?
Navy.
Oh, wow. What does a male athlete wear under a sports uniform to keep things in place while playing?
Ask again.
Shock? Something like that?
Don't. Okay. In pro fighting, what do the letters MMA stand for? Hush, James.
Yes.
You didn't get none
Come
of
on,
yours
Stephanie.
right now, you.
MMA.
Pass.
All right. In football, there's two type of defensive backs. One is quarterback, and the other is.
Damn. I should know that too. Pass.
I mean, we just playing for fun because you done already won. Thomas' ass ain't getting nothing. I'm just gonna spend the rest of the time on the clock just tell, whoa, who let you get through?
No complaining, Ricky.
Who let you get through?
No complaining. I think. Hold on, Brack. Yo. What do you hear, Brack?
I hear a W. Sounds like we won.
Y'all asking all these damn we need a transgender to represent for the men.
No, however you identify.
No.
And so that would be how many weeks in a row, Brett Tat Tat?
Y'all like to run track against women. We need y'all to step up.
Don't do that.
Amen.
Don't do that.
Man was real.
Yeah, y'all give it up for the ladies. The ladies won. Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
I done did my job.
Get off the phone.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. We got Oprah Shoes on the phone. Man, this is a big thing, man. First of all, you left Shoe, right?
Yeah, no doubt, son.
Hey, what happened?
Hey, yo, listen, man. I've been holding Oprah down for 9 years. You know, I had Spitty Oprah. I held down Fat Oprah. I don't know what happened. I'm going to blame Right Shoe. Right Shoe, that was on him. No. I was where I was supposed to be.
No, sir.
Oh, we got Right Shoe on the phone. What happened, man?
Sir. No, sir. We're not gonna play that game, sir. I was doing my job. I always do my job. I'm not even the right size. That's the problem. I'm not even the right size.
But then y'all said
small.
But then y'all say together we what is it? Together we stand and divided we fall. What happened, bro?
Yo, big fact. No, he needs to man up. He fell on your side.
If you look at my trend, my trend is even. If you look at Right Shoe,
uneven.
Whose side did she fall
carrying the
on?
weight.
Whose side did she fall on? She didn't fall on my side. She fell on your side, sir.
Hey, bro.
My side,
Man up.
you weren't
That's
doing
your
your part.
responsibility, man.
Hey, bro, y'all need to get that together, man. Y'all can't let that's the richest black woman in the world. Y'all let her
Rick,
fall like that?
Rick, I'm a half a size too small. That's what they don't want to address. Nobody want to address that. I'm a half a size too small.
Hey, yo, can I tell you the real tea, though? The real tea?
Yeah.
Gil put me on sometimes.
Hey, man, I appreciate y'all calling in, man. Hey, y'all.
You're supposed to keep that in the family.
Hold it. He's half man, half woman. It's Gary. I want to hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
I mean, what other morning show that we do a live interview with Oprah Shoe that let her down, man? Gary, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning to you. It's Monday, a beautiful day in the neighborhood, and here's what's happening in celebrity news. As you all heard, Oprah Shoes called it. Now, they're saying those were Dolce & Gabbana, so I don't know exactly who the shoes were by, but we're glad they called it. But, you know, Oprah did tumble on stage in Los Angeles this weekend during her 2020 Vision Speaker Tour. Now, she said, y'all, that she took to social media, you know, to address the incident, saying Sunday reading and icing. She said, thank you all for your kind wishes. Yes, I slipped on stage, and I'm now a meme. She said, but so grateful to be only a little sore, turning the day into at what Michelle Obama calls it, self-care, self-Sunday. So congratulations, y'all. We're glad Oprah is okay. Some people say that she may be filing a multi-million-dollar lawsuit against the shoe company, but we're going to see how this all turns out. All right, moving on. In other celebrity news, y'all, people are wondering if there's any extracurricular activity that may have gone on recently, y'all, with Houston Rockets star James Harden. Now, it's being reported, y'all, that James Harden may need to see a proctologist sooner than later. Because if you all recall, I don't know if y'all saw the stuff out on social media, but he was out on the court playing and stuff, and he fell down, and when he lifted up, people saw it, maybe he had a bowel movement. So, yes, it was so sad. When I saw it, I was like, oh, my God.
He's human, Gary. It happens.
What in the hell? You mean it's human and they have a grown man, you having a bowel movement in your clothes and playing on the field? Now, he's saying
you get hit and you fall hard enough.
Yeah, it's normal.
That happened to me when I went to the lake and I threw up. I didn't know I hadn't threw up since the 3rd grade, but I didn't know you're supposed to clench your butt cheeks together when you throw up. And man, I threw up right there in that garbage can, and I had an accident, and I turned around and everybody was looking at me like, "You okay?" And I wasn't finna walk back past everybody, so I dove in the water.
Okay, well, at least you did that much, but honey, he didn't dive in the water, though, child. So, the baby, you know, the girls in Houston were saying, girl, honey, what's really going on, child? He needs to get to the next proctologist. That don't happen with all of them, Ricky. Yeah, okay. We're going to keep him lifted up in prayer that don't happen again. Because, honey, that was not a good look for the Rockets. All right.
Blast off. That's what the Rockets do. They blast off.
Yes, they do, man. All right. In my final story, they're saying, honey, Atlanta rapper turned reality star Lil Scrappy and his beautiful wife Bambi, y'all, announced that they may be they were expecting their first child together. Now it's being reported, y'all, that maybe Bambi is also expecting their second child. Now that's the word on the street. Now according to reports, they say Scrappy and the Bam are about 18 weeks along in their second pregnancy, and you know neither one of them have confirmed the situation yet, but people are congratulating them if that's so. So congratulations to Bambi and Scrappy, y'all. All right, the color today is one of my favorite colors. I'm gonna give this color to Miss Ross. Last night I went to see Diana Ross, and she was amazing. Oh my God, she gave you gowns for days.
Yes,
honey.
I know you was living, Gary.
Living, honey. And I tell you, these girls need to take note, honey. This is how you do it, honey. Miss Ross gave you 5 changes, honey, within an hour, honey. So y'all need to take note, honey. Men too. The color today, y'all, is cyan. On the high end, you say cyan, and on the low end, you say greenish blue. That was one of the first gowns Miss Ross came out in last night, and oh my God, it just brought tears to my eyes, Ricky. She told us to touch her in the morning, honey.
She said what?
She told us to touch her in the morning and then just walk away. And that's what we had to do. Yes, so beautiful. That's your color for today.
Y'all give it up for Gary with the T. Aren't y'all the same as being brought to you by Walgreens? Now, we all know that summer may look different this year. Walgreens is making it easier for you to find great deals with their new ways to shop. This summer, shop online, in-store, or get select essentials delivered with Postmates. See Walgreens.com for details. Walgreens.
To all the hard-working women and everyday super moms, we got a little something for you. It's Eva's Corner on on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
We are live. Sweet in Meat is going down, y'all. Rickey Smiley Morning Show. We got a packed house here this morning. Y'all give it up for Eva Marcel Pickfords.
I'm Pickfords today.
There it is.
Ricky, I think that you got the note that we are going to have a real grown conversation this morning.
Okay.
So I want to talk to the ladies and the fellas, but the ladies about sex. Now, for the ladies that might have just had babies or have gone through something traumatic in their lives, and you realize that your sex drive is just not what it used to be.
Right.
You met your piece 10 years ago. Y'all used to have fun daily, at least a couple times a week. Now you looking up and it's February. You haven't seen him since 2019. Well,
Since you had the baby.
Since you had the baby. And so for me, I just had a new baby and I realized that my libido changed. One of the things my libido is your sex drive.
Okay.
It is the clinical term for sex drive.
I'm supposed to know what that means.
The libido.
You know what libido mean?
Do men have libido?
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Y'all have a very strong libido. Women find themselves fighting against, keeping it aroused and keeping it up. But men, you guys can lose your libido too. Something very common and easy for you guys is alcohol. So you go out with your friends and you want to hang out tonight and you're going to see your girl afterward. You have a couple drinks. Beer, whiskey, horrible for libido. It kills your stamina. Now, you might get initially aroused, but you can't stay aroused, which is what you need to finish up the job.
Right.
So, men, stay away from alcohol. Now, there are some weird things that I'm sure you guys use every single day that you didn't realize were making your libido dampen. Such things as cheese. Most cheese in America derives from cow milk. Cow's milk is loaded with synthetic hormones, which is why we out here drinking almond milk and all that other stuff, but it's still in your cheese. And so you go home after having a nice charcuterie tray at dinner, but you realize...
Right, wait a minute. You
say
charcuterie tray.
Yes, you got it.
What is that?
Charcuterie tray is an array of meats and cheeses arranged and adorned with fruit and honey.
Yeah, she peed with a headband. I'm going to write that one down because I can't remember.
I'm going to have me a
charcuterie tray.
But if you notice, like you sit and you eat little cheeses, but then you get home and you're sluggish, you're tired, you're not ready for sexy time, you're ready for sleepy time.
You have like big ass men eat cheese toast. That's what men like. Cheese toast, put that baby on broil, let that cheese bubble up and it turn black.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we like.
You know what else, Ricky?
What?
Canned soup.
What?
Canned soup is notoriously high in dietary sodium. So to break it down, 1 can of like SpaghettiOs has as much sodium as 10 bags of Doritos, which leads to elevated blood pressure, which diminishes blood flow to your lady and man parts.
Okay, so what do help? What do help?
Green vegetables, water, hydration. One of the things that we don't do often is exercise and sleep properly.
Right.
So if you exercise regularly, not a big situation like 30 minutes a day, but you'll notice that the endorphins that it releases makes you what we know as aroused.
Oh, wow.
And then the same thing when it comes to sleep. Studies show that if you have more sleep or you get a full night of sleep, the next day you're more likely and more aroused and willing to do the do. So there are small things you can do, but just because you saw that your libido has diminished, you can work on that and get that old thing.
Well, hold on. We got a letter just came in.
Uh-oh. That's for the mailman.
Dear Rickey Smiley, I listen to your show every morning, and I was just now listening to Eva's segment. Do the gas station sell rhino pills for women?
The black pills. Dear caller, you actually don't need rhino pills. Just stay away from alcohol and fatty foods the night of or before you plan on doing the do, and your next Valentine's Day might be a little more successful.
They call it rhino for a reason. Yeah, they like a boy. I'm sorry, y'all. I didn't mean to play. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to play that. I'm sorry. Church in 60 seconds, ladies and gentlemen. Pastor Fred.
Yes. Oh, Brother Rickey. Oh, another time, another season.
Thank you for letting us get out of church in 60 seconds. We appreciate it.
Yes. That's my job. job. I'm just doing my job, as my friend Rich Thomas would say.
Yeah.
Brother Rickey. Yeah. I have so many people that I counsel from week to week. who are looking for that special someone.
Yeah.
They're looking for that bright one, the one that makes them happy, the one that makes them feel exhilarating. But and it, but every now and then you may have to stretch yourself. You may have to go that extra mile.
Yeah.
You may even have to come across the waters to find what you need. Oh, because the Bible says, he that findeth a wife findeth a good thing and obtaineth favor. Oh, Hakeem needed favor. He had all the money he could use. He had all of the jewelry. But he didn't have no favor. And so every now and then, you got to leave the castle to find your queen.
And where did he go?
He had to go to Queens to find his queen. He had to find Lisa. Came all the way to McDowell's. Found Mr. McDowell. Mr. McDowell didn't go along with it. And your blessing may not agree with you off the mark. But he stayed there. And when Mr. McDowell found out he was a prince, he said, come on in, Hakeem. You're welcome in this place. So keep on working. Keep on pushing. Stay in the race. Yes. McDowell's is waiting on you. Not the Big Mick, not the Big Mac, but the Big Mick. You need your blessing now. Say it. Say it. Follow the real Pastor Fred on all social media.
Church in 60 seconds, y'all. We out. It's the best of the Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Coming up next, John Lyon on the 1s and 2s. Chicken and waffle mix going down. It's Missy Elliott's 49th birthday. You don't want to miss this mix. Up next, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Black Tony, where you at?
Oh, sorry. Hello.
Hey, bro, that's a whole nother week, bro.
I know, sorry. I know,
bro,
sorry.
You didn't do right there.
I had said yesterday, sorry. I had said, but this week, sorry, I'm finna start over good, fresh.
Okay, why you didn't say that? Start off today.
Sorry, I had said.
Hey, Black Tony, repeat after me. Repeat after me, Black Tony. Today.
Black Tony. Today.
It's the first day.
It's a birthday.
Of the rest of my life.
The rest of your life.
Say it again. Say
it again. Today
is the first day.
It's the first day.
Of the rest of my life.
Of the rest of my life.
Say it one more time.
Say it one more time.
Today is the first day.
It's the first day.
Of the rest of my life.
Of the rest of my life.
Sometimes you need encouragement.
Sometimes you need encouragement.
Listen, Black Tony.
Listen, Black Tony.
Today is the first day.
It's the first day.
Very first day.
Very first day.
I can do all things.
I can do all things.
All things.
All things.
Through Christ.
Through Christ.
Who strengthens me.
Who strengthens me.
And it starts today.
And it starts today.
Not tomorrow.
Not tomorrow.
You feel what I'm saying, Rock T?
You feel what I'm saying, Rock T?
Not tomorrow.
Not tomorrow.
It starts today.
Yeah. It starts today.
I have to keep him encouraged because
I had to keep him encouraged because No.
Black Tony. I want to say that part.
Stop. No, don't say that part.
Gary, what up?
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. A beautiful, beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. Russell Simmons has responded, y'all, to CNN anchor Don Lemon, y'all, calling out celebrities, y'all, for their silence. And he stated that he does not believe that celebrities owe anybody nothing. Now, Lemon urged celebrities, y'all, to speak out against the injustices, calling Hollywood, y'all, strangely quiet. Now, Simmons addressed Lemon's remark with hip-hop, and he said,
what do you mean, the white celebrities? Because the black celebrities been speaking out. All of them.
I don't know, but honey, he might be talking about you.
Even Jordan been speaking out. Now he gonna drop them Riot Jordan's gonna be coming out next week.
Yeah. Oh, he's gonna cut the shoes half price. So him and Missy Van Pre told to sit back and count their dollars, honey, at the end of the day. But anyway, child, he said, this is what Rose, he said, quote, I agree with Don Lemon, honey, and it inspires me to do more. He said, similar to the music outlet, he said, I don't believe that any celebrity owes anybody anything. I don't believe that anyone owes social activism to their community. He said, at the same time, I'm absolutely certain that your own happiness and salvation is directly tied to the happiness and salvation you promote for others. So I'm committed to do more as much as I can, unquote. And he went on. Do y'all owe anybody anything?
No, we don't. But it's the right thing to do, because if all of these fans come out and support you, and you might be living in a gated community, but they're out there on the front lines fighting and putting their life at risk just to have peace and freedom and civil rights or whatever, you better get your ass out there and not just do it just because. You do it because it's a right thing to do, because you're black. That could be your son, your nephew, your daughter, and do it for all of the ones that have opened doors for you to have. Imagine what the celebrities went through in the 50s and the 40s and the 30s went through, and how they were called names and wasn't allowed to sleep in certain hotels. Even on that alone, it's ancestors on the celebrity side that have paved way for you to have what you have. But it's the right thing to do, because at the end of the day, no matter how much money you got and how what you have, you black, and you dealing with the same racism that everybody else deal with.
And you will be reminded too, honey, because Oprah Show was reminded when she went to that store. She's a billionaire. They looked at her like, "Girl, who are you?" And they didn't let her in. So honey,
she ran out of there like silly from the she's in that store.
Yes,
I feel APPLE.
Window.
Look at it. Moving on, honey. Another celebrity news, y'all. Let's continue to pray, y'all, for the Jackson family, y'all. Miss Jasmine Jackson, she's the beautiful granddaughter of Joe Jackson, said she was attacked 7 times in a racially motivated attack, y'all. Now, Jasmine is the daughter of Giovanni Jackson, Joe's daughter with Miss Cheryl Terrell. Now, they're saying, y'all, she shared the pictures of the aftermath, and I saw, honey, that these girls, some girl, honey, cut this girl's face, honey, and whatever. And Jasmine said the woman chased her down and started stabbing her. She said it's because I was black, but she used the N-word, and that's all I could hear while I was being stabbed. She said, I can't move my neck at all. I'm scared to be alone. And, you know, it's just a sad thing. I mean, look like to me, if she would have said she was a Jackson, the woman, you think the one probably would have stopped stabbing her?
No, because racism doesn't care. That lady, if you read the whole story, that lady was a racist white woman that literally followed her down and stabbed that girl 7 times. She was racist. She don't care who her daddy is.
Yeah, that's so, honey. So let's continue to pray for the Jacksons, honey, because that's a very sad commentary. But, you know, and I do know it happened, but look like, you know, and she looked like she'd been living in the neighborhood longer. They would have known she was black. I mean, she was real, you know, light-skinned, but looked like they would have known she was black. But I guess right now, in the wake of all what's going on now, people just, you know, going crazy. And then my quick for free story, y'all, honey, Lizzo is speaking out. She said, honey, it is not black people's job to educate people on racism. She said, honey, I guess we all need to educate ourselves or what have you. But nevertheless, she spoke directly, honey, and told her fans explaining racism and white privilege is exhausting. And she said that they do not see, honey, they don't believe it, but honey, it's happening, y'all. She said protest is not the end of progress. It is the beginning. And she went on and on. So, you know, I guess people speaking out in their own little way and say what they have to say.
Exactly. I say that's the thing, Gary. I don't think activism looks one way. Everybody can use their platform and do what they can do for the common goal, but it does not always have to be the same thing.
Yeah. And speaking of platform, you know that the fast food CEO of Wendy's donated $400,000 to the Trump administration. So, hey, it's about that time, y'all. Let's make Wendy's white. Make Wendy's white again.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. That was a chicken sandwich.
Wow. Not another dime from me.
Now, I'm talking about donated $400,000 to the Trump campaign. The restaurant, Wendy's. So, hey, let's make them white again.
All right. The color today, honey, is faded denim. On the high end, just say faded denim, and on the low end, just say beautiful light blue. That's your color for today, honey. That was my first job, 2 Wendy's, honey, making them hamburgers.
Gary, will you post that picture of you in your work uniform at Wendy's?
I'm going to retrieve that picture,
What's your,
retrieve?
Yes.
Classic. What's your Instagram?
Gary WDTEA.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna follow you that.
Yeah, I gotta get
so we can see it.
Yes,
y'all gonna laugh Y'all gonna laugh y'all ass off. All right, y'all, listen, man. Y'all give it up for Gary with the team. Time for that hot spot with Brad. What up, Brad?
Morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brad Tat Tat, and this is the hot spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. Eric Badu, y'all, she shuts down the Gwyneth Paltrow. Erykah Badu.
Oh, there's a okay. Oh,
Erykah Badu, the one, you know your mama know her. She shuts down the Gwyneth Paltrow comparisons. She said she is correcting those who think that her new incense line was inspired by actress Gwyneth Paltrow. She said, my incense was not inspired by Gwyneth Paltrow. That's a whole nother kind of pocketbook. She said, I've been in the lab for years, and I stay on my pocketbook muscle hustle. However, panties off to Gwyneth Paltrow and her candle. We love her. What you think about that, Rick?
Man, that's all. So, wait a minute. Now, run that by me again. So, Gwyneth Paltrow.
She came out with a candle that said it was I think the scent is called vagina. And it was kind of, reminiscent of her own scent. And people are saying Erykah Badu came out with this scent, her incense, because it's also about her pocketbook. And they said she copied Gwyneth Paltrow.
Wow. We got Erykah Badu mama on the phone. Frank, good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, how you feeling?
I'm feeling okay.
All right, so are you proud of everything that your daughter's doing?
I'm very proud. She's done a lot in the industry. She's done a lot for me. I'm just happy. I'm really happy for her, Ricky.
Hey, I really appreciate you calling up here. So, is she gonna be coming out with anything else? Like,
I know of, but I'm pretty sure she can because she can do whatever she wants to do. That's what I told her.
Right. So do you go to her concerts and stuff like that?
I sit in the very back when I go to the concert, so you won't see me.
Yeah. So do you help set up with anything?
I help with the stage stuff, but again, I'm behind the scenes. I'm a daddy.
Right. Hey, so I know you got to be proud of your daughter. We got Erykah Badu mama Frank on the phone.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So is she working on anything else?
I can't tell you that because she wants me to keep everything secret and private.
Y'all give it up for Erykah Badu mama Frank.
Oh my God.
All right, there it is. There you go, Brad.
Y'all don't forget to catch Snoop on Red Table Talk with Jada this Wednesday on Facebook Watch, okay? That's it for the hot spot. You can catch me on all my social media at Brad Tat Tat. Oh my God.
Mama name Frank. HBCU.
Yeah, baby. Rock Teasy for Sheezy in the house, man. HBCUs, what up with it, player? We're going to continue to highlight all the accomplishments and spotlighting successful people who attended or attend historically black colleges and universities. Guess what, y'all? We finna head down to H-Town, baby. I'm talking about that. Houston, Texas Southern University. Them Tigers, where y'all at? I got one of y'all's own I'm about to talk about. Her name is Barbara Charlene Jordan. Who is she? Oh, my goodness. Not only a graduate in 1956 of Texas Southern University, Jordan was a lawyer, an educator, politician, and leader of the civil rights movement. She was the first African-American elected to the Texas Senate after Reconstruction, the first Southern African-American woman elected to the U.S. House of Representatives. Oh, yes. Shout out to Texas Southern University, home of the Ocean of Soul marching band. It's going down real big. Oh, and did I forget to tell you that Barbara Charlene Jordan was the first woman to deliver a keynote address at a Democratic National Convention? If you didn't know, now you know. Let's get it. If you want me to highlight your favorite HBCU, hit me up on my social media platforms at Rock T Holla. Let's get it.
HBCU, no.
Our favorite grandmama just walked in the building, Miss Bernice Jenkins.
Just another day. That the Lord has kept me in.
Yes. Come on now.
Janie.
Yeah.
He woke me up this morning.
Yeah.
Started my car for me. Didn't even have to put the key in there, Janie. That's how good he is.
My Lord. Won't he do it?
I was riding the bus. But now I'm riding. Brand new 96 Buick LeSabre.
Yeah.
Jen, you got to get your Buick LeSabre. Here's our church
after this man and govern yourself?
Accordingly.
Govern yourself.
Accordingly.
Now, y'all know Deacon J.D. Hicks?
Yeah.
Twan, you know Deacon J.D. Hicks?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, J.D. Hicks, he needs prayer this morning. And Janie, he just turned 87 on Monday.
Okay.
And recovering from a black eye. After he got to fighting in the parking lot last night with his ex-wife's glorious new boyfriend after choir rehearsal. Now, J.D. said the only reason he lost is because the other dude kicked him in his artificial leg and twisted it backwards. So he can only move in a circle and he couldn't fight back. You understand what I'm saying, Janie?
Johnny walk, he just go in a circle.
Couldn't fight back. I need everybody to pray hard, pray harder. Pray hard, pray harder. For Walter Turner. Janie, you know who Walter Turner is?
Yeah.
Now, he in the hospital this morning. And at 74 years old, he finally realized his dream of pledging Kappa Alpha Psi fraternity.
Never too late.
Yeah, he finally realized his dream of pledging Kappa. He was at a step show Monday night. And they put him in a strobe. And he threw that cane way up in the air. And missed it coming down, and it hit him in the back of his neck, and now he's paralyzed. All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley, the morning show. Hey, joining us on the phone after her much-anticipated appearance on The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon last night. Y'all give it up and show your love for the one and only, the legendary Janet Jackson.
Yeah,
Janet, good morning.
Good morning.
Hey. Oh, man, this made my whole day. We are so happy to have you on with us this morning. We love seeing you last night on The Tonight Show, and you made the big announcement that you're hitting the road starting June 24th in Miami. The Black Diamond World Tour tickets go on sale. Are you excited about that? Congratulations.
Thank you so much. I really am. Thank you so much for having me on your show.
Absolutely. I mean, Brett, how come we not have Janet Jackson?
Oh, hi, Jen.
Hey, how are you?
Oh, my God, how are you? I miss you so much.
I'm well, thank you. It's so good to speak to you.
I know. You have so much going on. First, let me just give them some Janet Jackson facts, okay?
Come on.
She's the winner of 6 Grammy Awards, 2
Hey.
Emmy nominations, a Golden Globe Award, and a nomination for an Academy Award, along with dozens of American Music Awards, MTV Music Awards, Billboard Music Awards. Last year, she was also inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. She's an author, business person, philanthropist. Oh, my God, with over 160 million records sold worldwide. Our favorite, we love her to death, grew up with her. I'll be worth the wait.
Yeah.
Yes. Jen, I be here like, there's something I want to.
Yeah, Brad, that was okay. But listen, the only way I'm going, she got to sing "Funny How Time Flies."
Yes.
When I don't know where it all ends. Let's find the time to get together once again.
Oh my God, we love you, man.
We cannot wait.
You've always had one of the best shows, performances. Tell us what this tour is going to be like for you. What's going to be the best part of it?
Oh my gosh, it's completely different show, new music. That's what I'm really excited about as well. And obviously, you have to do the hit songs. People look forward to reminiscing and seeing you perform those songs that are very familiar to them. And I enjoy that as well. But it'll be the new music as well that will be so exciting for me.
Well, Janet, this is Gary with the T, and I'm one of your biggest fans, honey, as well, so you can listen to all of them. Janet, let me tell you something, girl. This is the honest truth. When you did the album Control, me and one of my friends, Miss Gregory, when I was living in Houston, Texas, girl.
Miss Gregory.
we were trying to do the video, honey. We were doing the part, honey, with the chair, and girl, I broke the glass table, honey.
Ooh.
I I mean, that's how much we love the choreography of that video, honey.
A pleasure, you did?
Yes. I mean,
wait a minute, you said Pleasure Principle?
Yeah, it was a Pleasure Principle.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I was thinking
you talking about when she run and jump up on the chair?
Yes,
and, I still can do it. I can still do it to this day.
Yes.
Good for you.
Yes, honey, we loved it.
Well, Dan, how is it being a mom, and how is it like balancing preparing for a tour and recording a new album and being a mom?
It's oh my gosh, it's so incredible, and I never thought. You know it's beautiful, but to the magnitude, you can't even imagine unless you experience it. And I often heard people say that, like, yeah, love, and I've experienced love, and I'm sure I get it. But you don't. Not until you have a child do you really understand what love truly is. It's on a completely different level. I absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. And he's so musical.
Right? Yeah, because we hear that he loves music. He kind of like even make his own songs. Can we expect a feature on his mom in the future?
No, trust me, that's not going to happen. Y'all want me to get into no drama, but that's not going to happen. And if this is the journey he chooses to take when he turns of age, then so be it. And if it's not, then so be it. I just want him to live his best life.
Exactly.
Amen.
So, Janet, tell me, how does it feel being inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
You know what really makes it so incredible for me?
What?
Is because I have to tell you, I never really thought of that. But what makes it so incredible for me is to know that I'm there alongside, right with my brothers. That's what makes it so exciting for me. I'm there with my brothers, and how many people can say that?
Right.
I never even dreamt of it. I never thought, okay, I'm doing it because one day I want to be in the Rock and Roll Hall. Even when my brothers were inducted, I never thought about it.
Wow.
And to know that I've made it into this small group of people, artists. It's just really incredible. But what really makes it special, I'm there with my brothers.
Absolutely. Well, we are so excited for you, and thank you so much for calling us this morning. And make sure you tell your family we all said hello. And listen, I want everybody.
Tell your mom I love her too. Absolutely. Tell your mom I love her.
I will. She's doing great. You guys, she's going to be 90 in a couple of months.
Oh, really?
Amazing.
Yes, she's going to be 90 this year, and she's so quick. All her faculties. She says, I feel great waking up every morning, baby. I'm good. So she's doing very well. Thank you.
Wow. Well, we are so excited about you, and I want everybody out there to make sure that you get your tickets for the Black Diamond World Tour, February the 13th at livenation.com. And ladies and gentlemen, the one and only, the legendary, y'all give it up and show your love for Janet Jackson.
Good morning, it's your girl Eva Marcel, and we are giving you the best of the Rickey Smiley Morning Show. My girl Euro J Rice is in the studio, making sure you stay up to date on what's happening in the news. Front page headlines coming up next.
Good morning, I'm Euro Rice with your front page news. The nation's top infectious disease doctor, Dr. Anthony Fauci, told the Senate that the U.S. is clearly not in control of the coronavirus pandemic and is, quote, going in the wrong direction. 48,000 new cases were reported yesterday. That's an increase of 80% in the past 2 weeks. But Fauci says that could easily go up to 100,000 cases a day. Many businesses are having to put coronavirus restrictions back in place. That means more people could once again lose their jobs. Now, it was about to expire yesterday, but the Senate voted to extend the Paycheck Protection Program until August 8th to help businesses keep people employed. Joe Biden announced that unlike President Trump, he's decided not to hold campaign rallies due to the coronavirus pandemic. Biden also blasted Trump for claiming he knew nothing about Russia's alleged involvement in the killing of American troops in Afghanistan.
The idea that somehow he didn't know or isn't being briefed, it is a dereliction of duty if that's the case. And if he was briefed and nothing was done about this, that's a dereliction of duty.
In election news, the votes are tallied, and it was a disappointing defeat for Charles Booker of Kentucky, who lost the Democratic primary for the U.S. Senate by 2 percentage points, 45-43. Amy McGrath will go on to face Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell in the November general election. In other news, 3 Colorado police officers are under investigation for taking inappropriate photos at the memorial site for Elijah McClain, reenacting the chokehold that ultimately resulted in his death. And the Atlanta officer charged in the death of Rayshard Brooks, gunned down at a Wendy's restaurant, was granted $500,000 bond yesterday and is now out of jail. In sports news, the 2020 minor league baseball season has been canceled, but today marks a return to the field for Major League Baseball players. The NBA season is set to start at the end of this month, but already the Denver Nuggets have had to close their practice facilities after 3 members of the team's traveling party, which includes players, coaches, and staff, tested positive for coronavirus. Now in entertainment news, I sure wish Gary with the T was here on this one. R&B singer August Alsina has confirmed that he had a romantic relationship with Jada Pinkett Smith while she was married to Will, and with Will's blessing, giving all kinds of life to the long rumor that Will and Jada have an open relationship. Now, in a recent interview, August Alsina appeared to be really in love with Jada, saying that walking away from that relationship almost killed him and will be the hardest thing he has ever had to experience in this lifetime. As Brat would say, moving on. In other entertainment news, people are trying to say that Beyonce's new album, Black King, is exploiting African culture. Meanwhile, Mama Tina Knowles is making news, too. She went on to social media and blasted the Attorney General of Kentucky for hosting an engagement party when he should be seeking justice for Breonna Taylor. And finally, Kia dragged Lil Wayne over his comments about the Black Lives Matter movement. You'll have to check that one out for yourself. Let's talk about the order. I'm Euro with your front page news. Our girl Brat dropped a new song on us last month. Like the hit? It's coming up. You're listening to the best of the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Y'all give it up and show your love, ladies and gentlemen, the one and only CeeLo.
Hey, y'all. What's up, family? What's up, family? How y'all doing?
Hey, man, we so happy to have you on the show this morning with all this quarantine going on, man. One awesome thing that you got to do recently was a family jam session with your son to raise money for those in need. So how was that, man?
It was really cool. It was really cool. He's gotten really accomplished at the acoustic guitar. He's kind of, he's self-taught with all of his instrumentation. So, he can play the acoustic guitar, the live bass, and he's also a really talented producer. So it was great. It was great. And, we got a chance to do a couple songs. We're going to be releasing a couple of other little versions of songs that we've done too, probably this week.
Hey, CeeLo, this is Eva. How you doing today?
Hey, CeeLo, how are you? I'm good.
I'm good. So have you been watching all of these Instagram battles and with Face the other day and Teddy Riley?
I saw the initial one where they had the technical difficulties, and then I got sidetracked with something, and I missed the recap. So, but I heard that it was pretty good, though.
It was bananas. So if you could match up anybody, who would you match up to battle each other?
Well, somebody asked me about it. Who would we battle if we could, as the Dungeon family, all of us? I said maybe the most natural matchup I would make was us against Wu-Tang Clan. But I do know that RZA had already done one, so you know what I mean.
So if you could pick anyone to battle.
And then they asked me again. They asked me would I do it as an individual, and they said who would I go up against? And I was like, I think I'd probably go up against Bruno Mars or somebody like that.
Oh, that'll be good.
Ooh, that's good.
Yeah. See, look, I don't think a lot of people know that you wrote "Don't You Wish Your Girlfriend Was." See, they don't know your hits, boy. They don't know your pin game.
You
wrote the Pussycat Dolls, don't you? CeeLo got that pin game.
What?
Yeah. So F you.
Yes.
Man, when you learn to sing like that, man?
Man, I grew up in church, man. But let me talk about this reunion that's going to happen, right? We're going to see you and Goody Mob come back together because we saw the unsung thing. But we want to know what's up with that because they need some soul food out here.
I know that's right. Well, we had already been touring Enemy for about a year or so together consecutively. And last year we did a Dungeon Family tour where everybody came out, us, Outkast, and the whole gang. So it was only natural for us to kind of get in a room and discuss possibly doing another Dungeon Family album. that didn't happen as scheduled because everybody was kind of having some other different things that they were already, obligated to do. So we couldn't really get a timeline on that.
Right.
But we had already kind of got the first, initial songs and stuff done for a Green Mob record. So we're kind of in the middle of doing that as we speak, and a lot of people may not have realized that. But yeah, we pretty much been together. You know what I mean? And the Unsung episode was really dope. We were really, just pleased and just flattered and complimented and honored, you know what I mean, to be acknowledged in that way. And so, it's still a love thing. We're still family. You know what I mean? So, so it's all a good vibe right now. It's all positive.
Man, one time for CeeLo, y'all. Rickey Smiley Morning Show.